Hey guys, what's up? Kendrick Dish here. I've got this bag. I want to talk about this bag. You know, I like to do bag reviews. I talk about computers, cameras, software, and bags and travel and business, stuff like that on this channel. But this bag is kind of a specialty bag, and it's really good for the special thing that it does. So I wanted to share a little bit about this bag, even though I'm probably coming to you a little bit late. Not very many people are going to need this bag in the year 2019. So what is it? It's the Manfrotto drone bag. And this fits the Phantom 4, Phantom 3, Phantom 2, fits the Phantom series, and it fits them really well. Now, a lot of backpacks, a lot of drone cases out there, and this is the only one that I've actually used, so I can't speak. Is it the best? It's pretty good. When I was looking and comparing, I decided to go with this one, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why in a little bit more in the details. But, so this bag is pretty tall, and it has a lot of room in there. And so we'll dive into the pockets, but I just wanted to share a little bit about it. And you know, for me, it was the right choice. So on the outside of this bag, you have standard backpack straps, and they're pretty comfortable. I've hiked with this. It's pretty good. I don't have any complaints about this. There's some places to strap and lash points. There's hooks. There's more lash points up here on these pockets. I mean, these upper parts of the shoulder straps. There's also load lifting straps here, so you can get it situated properly, but that's not that big of a deal. It's got pretty good waist belt pads. These hip pads are pretty nice. If you're hiking out and around and landscape droning and hiking, and this is really handy and it's pretty good. And the buckle is nice, and there's no complaints about that. It does not remove, and there's nowhere to tuck it, so they just kind of hang there, but it's not that bad. It'd just be nicer if they could be removed. It also has a luggage pass-through right here, which is nice for when you're traveling and you have luggage, which hasn't been me yet, but I always love a luggage pass-through like this. It's really, you know, you're missing out if you don't have one. Now, what's unique about this drone bag, a couple things, is one, it actually has a laptop spot, so you can actually slide your laptop in here, and it's got a tablet. Let's see if I can get that up. And it's got a tablet spot right in there. So if you use a tablet when you're droning, then you got a spot for it right here, and a humongous laptop. It goes the full length of the bag, the full height of the bag, and all the way across. So you got plenty of room for a pretty significantly size. You got enough room for a pretty large laptop in there. Now, the one thing that separates this bag from every other bag, every other drone bag I've seen, is actually this pocket right up here on top. You have a nice pocket up top, and you know, the drone is down here, but really having a spot to carry some extra stuff makes this a really good bag. Now, in this up here for this video, what I've done is I've put a couple things in here just to give you a sense of how large the space is up here. Now, I've got the Rode Video Mic Pro Plus and Fuji X-T3 with the long 50 to 140 lens. So these two things fitting in there in the top gives you can put your vlogging stuff up here, so I really like having a stills camera up here. So in, you know, a minimal pack, like a minimal amount of camera gear up here, but you can fit maybe you know, slightly less of a lens, but a couple of small lenses and a mirrorless body up here, and you're pretty good to go. You can have a lunch in here, a jacket, a water bottle, a lot of extra space up here. It's actually a pretty big pocket. Fit a couple lenses up here, and that's what makes this so good. Is one bag, you can have your laptop, your camera, and your drone. And for me, that makes a lot of sense, and I really like it for that. Especially you're out hiking, you want to minimize the amount of bags that you have. So that's what's up in that pocket. The tabs, the zipper tabs here are pretty nice. They're plastic, but they're flexible, rubbery kind of plastic. And so if you're wearing gloves, you can actually, you know, grab these pretty easily. So that's pretty nice. But before we get into the main compartment, it's got pockets here on the sides. They're both the same. These zipper pockets here go about halfway down. And for me, I put propeller blades in here. I think that's a good spot for those. And that's all I've got in there. On the other side, I've actually got spare blades in case something happens. And so for me, these pockets are perfect for propeller blades. That's what I like to do with those. Getting into the pack itself. Now, to use this thing, you lie it down. It's got a pocket here. Let's get back up so you can see. It's got a pocket right here. It's got a larger pocket right here. Those access the same internal compartments. So let's dive into the bigger one. Zip it all the way down. It goes all the way down on the bottom side of the bag. And then you bring it open like that. And then let it hang off there. So now you can see what's inside this. We actually have a shelf pocket up here for the controller, for the remote controller. So let's put that aside. And this is a pretty big pocket. You can fit a lot of stuff in there. You could probably put, one thing I know you can do is you can put your controller up here. I know it fits. All right, so, sorry, it goes in pretty tight, but you can put your controller in there, and then you can have this shelf for camera gear if you want. So you can do it in a couple different ways. So that's kind of nice in that regard. I like having the quicker access of my camera up in this part. So this is the Phantom 4 Pro. Most people are probably going to end up getting smaller drones. If they have one of these, they're going to get a smaller drone. I'd probably fall into that camp as well. I'm probably going to get another drone, a smaller one for more portability. But until I do, this bag has been really good for that. So the way this bag works is you put your drone in upside down and it rests in there. It's got a spot for each one of the arms. And then in between the arms, it's got these little zippered pockets that are actually detachable. You can pull them out, and if you don't need them, you can take them out. But then they just Velcro into the sides, so you can actually rearrange this bag a little bit based on your preferences. Or if you don't need all three of these little pockets. For me, I've got a charger cord, the manual, I've got more of the power supply in here. Over in this one is where I actually have the iPad mini. I use an iPad mini when I'm flying. So it fits in here just fine. So I like to carry it in there so it's easy for me to access when I'm working with the drone. And when you take the drone out, you flip it over, you install your blades, your propellers, and you're good to go. Now there's one more little pocket area here. Let me turn the bag a little like this. You can see here are actually battery pockets, specially designed for the drone batteries. You can put those, it fits 2 of them, but if you've got extra, you can put batteries inside this these pockets here as well. This is a pocket, a meshy kind of pocket. I actually don't know what, in theory, what you would store in here. If you have anything that's kind of robust, it will go where the drone is inside. So I'm not sure, but it's there to consider using. Now, another thing about this that makes this thing a great bag is that imagine you're out hiking in the woods and you've taken the drone up, you've flown around a little bit, but now you got a 1/4 mile hike to the next spot. And do you want to take these propeller blades off and then put it all back in the bag and then bring it back? I mean, I got a trick for you. Let me just put these blades on real quick and I'll show you one of the nice things about this bag. Here we go. Now that we got the propellers on, Remember how this bag has this bigger pocket, but it also has a smaller pocket right here. This smaller pocket now is going to come into play. So we just open that up, and we have access to the interior. And now the bottom part of the drone fits into this area just like that. And this has these the little belt buckles, and there's receiver belt buckles inside of here. So you can just bring this flap over and just clip it in. That's only difficult because I'm in an awkward spot here. And it's got 3 of them. So you can just clip all 3 of these little buckles. And now your drone is safe as you hike around. Now you'll still want to be careful, because if your propellers are sticking out and you catch that on a tree branch or whatever, and maybe you still pop the blades off, but this saves you a little bit of time in having to pack it all down. So that's a really nice feature of this bag. You still have clips, or you can still put carabiners or whatever you want on these lash points. But that's pretty good. Now, as far as the size of the bag, let me bring it up and throw it on. Now, I'm 6'3", but it fits me really well. It's pretty tall, and it's really comfortable. I like this bag for that reason. It's pretty comfortable. Partly because it's not that heavy. The drone doesn't weigh that much, but you get this loaded up and it can weigh a certain amount. But it's a good bag for droning with, and I've kind of shown you the reasons why. So anyway, that's the Manfrotto Phantom drone bag. If you like the bag or you like the video, just go ahead and give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, tell me in the comments what bags you like and what kind of things you're into. Maybe I can make a video about it. Maybe I can try that bag and let other people know about it too. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.